Hey, it's your boy Trap Jesus, Tensorful 619, take 2 on how to drift with the steering wheel. Okay, I know my hair looks like shit, I don't care. Okay, here we are on the scooter. Okay, already got it ready, already got it loaded up. Okay, so you want to learn how to drift with the steering wheel, dude. Let me tell you something. It's not like drifting with one of these. Okay, when you start to spin out with one of these, you can just keep flicking it to the left. Okay, one of these, not as simple. It doesn't move near as fast as the thumbsticks. Okay, first thing you want to do is you want to make it where your steering wheel feels comfortable. Okay, I mean, no drifting with it in your lap. That looks fucking retarded. Okay, your steering wheel here needs to be here. If you're down here, you're not going to be able to move as fast as it's up here in your ready position. Yeah, I know, I'm probably a little cramped. I am a little cramped up in this little end table I got turned around with the thing in it, but it works, okay? I still get my comfy ass chair. Close thing to a racing chair I get for a while, but it's good. Okay, anyways, back to the drift. Alright. First things first. You need to go into my profile, go in however you change the controls. I can't remember exactly how you do it, but you should know how to do it by now. Choose on options, you go to options, control settings, and then if you already want it to be signed in on your controller or your steering wheel, and then what you want to do is you want to you'll already have it set up. You'll say force feedback steering wheel, blah blah blah, and what you want to do is you want to turn your feedback back. You want to turn the feedback down. You want to turn it back to about 80. Keep it off of 100. So once on 100, it just you're like this trying to go straight, just fighting it, and you want to be smooth with it, not fighting it. And there's something fucked up on my camera. I'm gonna have to fix. That's why I got this little dead spot on the camera, like right in here. I'll work on it later. It involves me taking the whole faceplate off this. I don't feel like doing it. And the point of the matter is, though, you can still see what I'm doing. Alright. Well, after that, you want to learn how to do donuts. Like pretty much how most you probably start out on Forza 3, Forza 2, and then even if you was on Forza 1, probably that. So, normally you're drifting like this with a controller, and you're... Well, guess what? You better get ready to burn some damn calories, and you might want to keep you a drink next to you, because you will start sweating playing this shit if you get really into it. I do not suggest driving the steering wheel on Nürburgring. You're going to be there all day. Alright, first things first. Get comfortable in your steering wheel. Get comfortable, okay? Now I'm a little bit closer. And these are up on the damn steering wheel, but I still got armor. Should I get just a little bit closer so you can see me? I usually don't sit this far up on it, but so you can see me. I gotta lean back, okay? You want to be at a ready stance. So a little bit. Alright. Perfect. Alright, you finally got in your damn racing seat. Good. Now, you want to focus on the actual game now. I'm with the scuba, I'm in my little Toyota Terreno. Okay? And you don't want to be sitting so close up on your pedals that your ankles are fucking straight up, you know. You don't want that shit. You want to be kind of relaxed with you, because if you're relaxed, you're more alert, and it's not as frustrating. I seem to find it. So, alright. First thing you want to do, I'm going to take it back to the steering to scuba. In my little world drop swing. My team good for it. Alright, first things first. You might want to learn this step on, not on scuba, you might want to learn this on, either the Top Gear test tracks if you don't have a benchmark, but if you have a benchmark, you want to do it on the benchmark rings, which means like benchmark layout A, there's a bunch of stuff drifting like there's a single set of tires, there's cones everywhere, all that shit. But first thing you want to do is you want to learn how to do a donut. I don't mean this type of donut. This is not a real donut. That's just fucking burning. Okay. What I mean by donut is this right here. A controlled circle. After you learn how to do this, you learn how to return a car. And the trick to this is learning the feel for your steering wheel. After you do that for a little bit and you get a better feel and you think you're ready, you want to take it to the scuba. I don't recommend tracks like Fujimi Mikado your first time on the steering wheel. That's like teaching a kid how to drive down a fucking mountain his first time out. You don't do it. Okay? That's like trying to put an engine on a Hot Wheels car. You don't want to do it. Alright. Anyways, after you do that, you want to take it to a track like the scuba or something. Now, I drift all my assist off. I drift ABS off, traction control off, stability control off, racing line off. But I have my steering on normal for the steering wheel. Because if you put it on simulation, this thing's like this the whole time. And you have no issues like this, and it shakes, and your car is just all over the place. So you want it on normal. Now, when I'm drifting with the steering wheel, I drift with it on simulation because it's quicker response time. But seeing as I don't have as much, I have less time to fix my errors, which is like, alright, if you're spinning out, okay, like let's say I'm using my controller instead of using my steering wheel, alright, if I start to spin out, I'm going to purposely spin out from here. If I start to spin out like this is what I do with the steering wheel. I want to counter steer. Well, it's not as easy. You got to steer with it and counter steer. Now, many of you who drift with the controller, you're like this, like counter steering with it a little bit, and then you're steering against it, and counter steering and steering with it. You're like this. You don't have as much time for error on the controller. That's the first thing you need to realize. You have less time to correct your errors. Now, if you accidentally flick it too hard to the left, you can just ride it harder to the right, and it'll correct it most of the time. But it's not as simple with the steering wheel. With the steering wheel, it's a little bit more difficult. Now, I'll move it back a little bit so you can see TV a little bit better. But you can still see what I'm doing. Alright. Here's the next thing you need to learn. Make the slap paddles your bitch. You need to make them your bitch. Why the fuck did my room just turn like half red for a second on this damn camera? I don't know. I don't care. Anyways. Alright. Turn around. Approaching the corner, alright? You need to be drifting before you're actually in the corner to drift. Alright, so like this right here. You'll notice I got that forward momentum going to the left before I started to drift with the turn. That's what you want to do. And that was another time I'll focus this one out. Alright. So, if you're taking to scuba, right about here, or really about right when you start to get on the black concrete, there's gray to black concrete, like there's a patch of gray to black concrete. Right here you can see it. The concrete color changes. Alright, there's this light gray right here onto this dark gray. By the time you're on this dark gray, or well, really, the second little blotch of it, not this little first little slab right here, but you want to be somewhere out here to the outer edge. So you want to be kind of sideways like this right here, to the left, but not this close to the white line. Like you can't really notice on my TV, but there's a white line running across the edge of almost each track, white, red, yellow line. You want to get it kind of close to that line, and then you want to start to whip it back. Alright. Well, I was too slow to do it, but this is pretty much what you want to do. Alright. After you start to get it like right here to the left, you want to bring it back to the right. Kind of hard, but when it starts to actually slide with the turn, you want to start counter steering. Hold it. You'll start counter steering and hold it, and then voila, you're drifting. But you think it's that simple, but it's really not. Alright. So right here, alright, after you pretty much learn how to take the first couple of corners, you want to start linking them together. I'll use this view right here so you can see the track a little bit better. That was a little too much speed, but you want to link them together. And I'm not used to drifting in this view, it's giving me a little bit of trouble while doing this, so you can see it. Now, I'm used to drifting in cockpit view. And you know, you can eventually learn to link them. Now this right here is some Gran Turismo shit. If you play Gran Turismo 5 and you see anyone drift on scuba, you notice they do this shit right here a lot. They'll go behind this right here. Now, I had Gran Turismo, I played it a lot, I got my fun out of it, and then I gave it up. It went backwards. And it was a down payment on the steering. Yeah, though. If you're into scuba, this is a good little part to learn throttle control a little bit better. It's not just like you can stomp the throttle all the way down. And the reason why you're really supposed to kind of learn how to do the control donuts is so you can learn throttle control. Like right here, that was too much throttle, but I kind of saved a little bit. Tapping my brakes. Now, most people like running manual clutch, but on the steering wheel, it doesn't have 3 pedals. It gets complicated. Like there's that Forza has its own set controls for the steering wheel. It's not like Gran Turismo where you can change the controls for the controller and shit. But alright, what you want to do though is after you start getting comfortable with it, you get a couple of drifts going, and you can get to where you link a little bit better. Now I gotta do this part. I really can cockpit this on how I really drift, and eventually you can get this good where you don't even need to see that outer walls of the car. Then you go into this angle. Now this corner is tricky. You're pretty much going to watch me on this one. Now I'm explaining. Coming up at it, you want to drop it in a lower gear. And you pretty much just seen what I did there. It's if you're in like a Toyota Torino, I don't tune my gears in most of my drift cars. There's only 2 drift cars I've actually made the gears shorter in. This one, I think the gears are shortened up a little bit, but not by much. It only makes like a 2-mile-an-hour difference. But I want my RPMs to catch a little bit higher in second gear for tracks like Fujimi Kaido. Have the tight turns and you can't really go as fast. My average speed through Fujimi is anywhere between 40 and 60 miles an hour. That's about average speed for just about anybody until you hit the downhill and you start to boss the wall. That's why you want to have your good little third gear tuned out with your second one. And I'm going to go into tuning more in some more videos. Like I might give up a couple and see. It's not all of them. But alright, that corner, that last little corner I took, was it's the hardest corner on the whole track actually. Really it is. You see I'm drifting it. There's certain we gotta grab it. Alright. If you're in a Toyota Torino, a car has its gears somewhat like a Torino. This is what you wanna do. You wanna grab it like this right here. You're coming at it. Alright, you can go a little bit fast to get up on here, but I like to have it in second gear before I start it. And then you slap it in third and use that extra power from the turbos if you have them, or supercharger or whatever. And use that more power to spin the tires. Make sense? Yeah, it should. And I just smacked the fuck out of my wall. Or smacked the fuck out of that wall of my car. But I'll show you again. If you can do it on this corner, you can do it on any other corner. And every now and again, you might want to work your e-brake. So I was watching here. Right, here's the good one. There's only certain times when you need to work your e-brake. Like to really start to initiate the drift, you just barely tap it. You just tap it one quick in, one quick out, like you're reloading on Call of Duty. You just tap the X button one time, but this time it's a B button. Just tap it and go. Right here is when we got to hit the e-brake. Hit the e-brake like right when you first start it, and you can drop your RPMs into it, and you can launch it at and initiate a drift at a lower RPM. Now that's a good strategy, but for Jimmy Kaido and shit, you can't really do that because of all the corners and shit. I mean, you can initiate your e-brake to initiate the drift every now and again, but you can't do it every goddamn corner. And you can't just grip your e-brake 8 times for a corner and make yourself drift. The trick is use your e-brake as little as possible and just try to use your gas. Like right here, just tap the e-brake and it gets a little bit more angle because it cuts the traction on my back tires. And then voila, I'm getting more angle. Now this is straight, no e-brake around the corner. This is just straight gas. You'll notice sometimes I get as much angle, sometimes I don't. That one about lost because I didn't use the e-brake. But this corner coming up, big sweeper coming up, sometimes you don't even need the e-brake pull, depending on where your RPM's at and how much angle you have going into it. I guess right here I might not even need the e-brake. Nope. If you can get the momentum going into the turn, you won't need the e-brake. But if you can't get the momentum, you need the e-brake. That might not make sense to all of you, but I'm hoping it will. The trick of it is really just to grab your gears right. Like some turns you gotta shift around, like the ones in Silverstone, the straight 90-degree corners. Like you go into them at first, and then you shift in the second, like halfway through them. I guess it's a corner where you gotta usually downshift. Like on the second, starting out and dropping first. Back up shift to get that power. Right there, if I'd been at D1, they would have took my score away for the try. But notice how I'm going real fast here, keeping my momentum. That I had a little bit too much momentum. Like if you notice, like I'll weave on the straights, like right here, I'm just gonna do a lap how I normally drift. You can see what I do, and then you can understand like the techniques I use. Grab that e-brake only when you think you need it. Is really good tricks. That e-brake. That's how I'm off the track a little bit, but it's all good. Notice how I shifted up just to get the power and shift it back down. That's funny right there. Trying to do the same thing. But sometimes you can just, if you have the momentum, shift right into it. You don't even need that e-brake. That clutch, when it kicks in, gives you more power. Like right here, here's a good little part to show that. Notice how I start to get more angle the second I shift. And getting more power. Notice how downshift to keep on the track. That's a real good trick right there. Well, this has been Trap Jesus for the win. And I'll probably be uploading more game videos. I'm probably going to do a Call of Duty video tonight. Comment, rate, subscribe. Peace, I'm out.